What's going on, guys? It's Mike, and I'm back again with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that I would say is a little more controversial. It's a big buzzword now, especially this year. You may have seen it on TikTok, you may have even seen it on YouTube. This topic is quiet quitting. So what is it? What is it about? Is it something you should do? Is it something you should not do? Is it illegal? Is it legal? Is it immoral? Moral? We're going to talk about that. So what is quiet quitting exactly? Well, the name makes it seem like it's literally quitting a job, but it's not like that at all. If you look up definitions of quiet quitting, everyone seems to have their own definition of what it is, but I think the most consistent definition I found is acting and performing according to your job requirements. So never going above and beyond. I don't think this is really unfair. I think it's pretty reasonable to say that this isn't terrible sounding, it's not immoral. Now let's get the extremes out of the way. There's obviously people who take quiet quitting to mean performing the bare minimum or completely disregarding your job. I'm assuming you want to keep your job, and if that's the case, this is probably a bad idea to do. Now when I make this video, I'm more talking about corporate level jobs. If we're talking about Walmart workers, we're talking about McDonald's workers, I don't think there's much of a necessity to go above and beyond, especially when these jobs are pretty easy to obtain, and if you lose them, the worst thing that can happen to you is having to find a new one of these jobs. Also, from what I understand, going above and beyond doesn't really help you climb the corporate ladder or climb whatever ladder you have at a McDonald's job. Now, a lot of people will argue, you're never going to get ahead quiet quitting. You're never going to get ahead just acting within the job requirements. And to many people, that's perfectly fine. We have to understand that there's many people in the workforce who don't strive to make a higher salary. They don't strive to have a quote-unquote more opportune, luxurious life. They just want a means to an end. So in a lot of cases, this is more than enough for them. But on the other end, your best negotiating power tends to be when you're getting a new job. So in the case that you actually want to get ahead, trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel at your current job and just overperform might not even be the best way to do it. Could it work? Maybe. Anyone came to me and asked me, how can I make more money in my career? I would probably tell them find another job, find a more senior position. Not perform better at your current job. I think one pretty understandable argument against quiet quitting is the fact that you might be more likely to get fired. This might be the case, and this actually depends on how much you're taking quiet quitting literally. If you're working at a company and any time a coworker asks you for help on something that's technically not laid out within the job requirements and you say,
hey, that's not in my pay grade,
I wouldn't doubt that you're going to get fired soon, but I think there's a good gray area of ways you can stay within your job requirements without being a jerk. Also, it may be possible, or way more likely, that quiet quitting will result in firing depending on the position you have. So for example, if you work at a startup, a lot of times startups will tell you during the interview process that this is not a 9-to-5 clock out position. You'll need to put your pedal to the metal at this job. It's more likely in these kind of jobs that trying to aim for a work-life balance might result in something negative. If we take quiet quitting to mean working within your job hours, respecting your own work-life balance, wanting your own life outside of work, well then there's nothing at all wrong with quiet quitting. In fact, quiet quitting isn't anything new. There's always been people who have wanted a work-life balance. Maybe there's more people who are more vocal about it in this generation. It's possible. Gen Z and millennials also seem to be more passionate about talking about these kind of things. But in the end of the day, this is nothing new at all. And honestly, it would be ridiculous to complain to people, to employees about this and say, how dare can you quiet quit? Well, again, if we mean quiet quitting to just wanting a work-life balance, it would be ridiculous to complain about this. People want a life. Not everyone loves to work. And we can complain about a recession coming and this is the time where employees will get fired, and let's just assume that this is the case. I still genuinely think there's a fine line and there's a fine area where you can quote-unquote quiet quit, do your job responsibilities, have your work-life balance, and not be in danger of getting fired. Or at least not much more in danger of being fired had you went above and beyond. For many people, life is not about work. And for many people, they don't actually feel like going above and beyond in their current job position will get them anywhere. Anyways, that's all I have to say about quiet quitting. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you think I'm wrong, if you think quiet quitting is malicious and evil, or you think I'm right. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know. See you guys next time.